Okay, so we're going to start. You can actually, if you do, we were just talking about music. If you want to use music, you can start it right away. And I'm going to suggest that we start the meditation portion of, you can see where I have my meditation pillow back here facing this way, so that when we go into our first pose, we can slide forward. So why don't you try that? It will be just less movement for you. And you could sit cross-legged, or you could sit in a Rajana or something supporting under you, whatever feels comfortable, so that you can just really settle in. And as I said, if you would like to use music, you could start the playlist now, fairly quietly. And just settle down. We're going to talk a little bit about the sixth chakra tonight. So a mudra that you can use that's pretty familiar to people, if you care to, would be the Jnana mudra. Just the tips of the thumb and the four fingers together with the other three fingers extended. Settling down, placing the back of your hands on your thighs. So we've been going through the chakras, and this sixth chakra is located around the third eye area. It's the third eye chakra. So it's kind of between your eyebrows and maybe up just a little bit. The chakra is about allowing us to see ourselves and our lives, to see others with clarity. And sometimes that means just observing your thoughts about things, even observing where your wrong thinking might be. And this mudra supports that energy. This is the Ajna chakra. When it's in balance, we have good perception, clarity about life, we have wisdom, intuition. So maybe as you settle into this practice, you might set an intention for yourself or some kind of affirmation that you have clarity about your life, your perception and intuition are strong. Whether you're using the mudra or not, just settle in. Take some deep breaths. Notice how your body feels. Notice what thoughts are going through your mind. Notice what emotions you have. About 7 or 8 more breaths here. Two more breaths. And after that last breath, you're going to come forward onto your belly. Slide forward, moving pillow if you were using it. Stacking your palms in front of your, at the top of your mat. And put your forehead down onto the back of your palms. You can lift your left knee up towards your left elbow or underarm for a half rod. Maybe roll your forehead back and forth on your palm to massage that third eye area. Two more breaths here. And after that last breath, extend your left leg back down to meet your right leg. And come on up into a Sphinx pose. Placing your elbows below your shoulder, or if it's more comfortable to put them in a different position, that's fine. You can even splay your elbows out a little bit and fold your hands in front of you. If you want to use a block or a pillow to rest your head, you can. You don't have to worry about how your neck is, just so that it feels comfortable. So your shoulders could be low, or you could sink down into your shoulders. Whatever position you choose, go around with it, feel comfortable. And just notice where your eyes land out in front of you. Feel supported on your arms. Feel a little back bend. Feel any pinching, you might fool around with your arms, moving them forward or out further. Shouldn't feel any pinching in your back or your neck. If you do feel like a little bit more intensity in your lower back would be helpful for you, you can put your fingers out towards the edge of your mat and push yourself up by straightening your elbows. Feel that more intense back bend. And if you want to come in and out of that, that's fine, or you can just stay in seal with your elbows straight, or just stay in Sphinx. About 5 more breaths here. And after that last breath, we can come back down from Sphinx, do half frog on the other side. So if you can remember, whichever hand you stacked on top, put the opposite hand down. And then lower your forehead onto your palms. Raising your right knee up towards your right elbow or armpit. Maybe rolling your forehead, third eye area on the back of your palms a little bit. And just settle into this wonderful pose, really relaxing. Maybe just take notice of what your mind is doing now. You're able to empty your mind if that's what feels right. Notice if you happen to be skipping through a to-do list or things that happened today. Maybe try to just let those go for right now. You could do that by focusing on your breath. Feeling your belly pressing into the mat, your ground. Feeling your back body filling as you inhale. And 5 more breaths here. After that last breath, lower your right leg down to meet your left and come up to Sphinx again. This time, walk your hands over to the left. Feel the tension in the right side of the body, stretching up the right side. You may want to look directly between your hands. You might want to turn your neck to look down to the left side of your body, towards your left foot. Try to focus on feeling a stretch in the right side of your body. Three more breaths. Last breath, walk your hands back to the front. Let's take a couple breaths here. Regular Sphinx pose. And then after that second breath, walk your hands to the opposite side. I believe that would be the right side. Feeling the compression in the right side of the body at the waist, feeling the stretch on the left side of the body. And if it feels okay with your neck, look back towards your right foot, the right side of your body. So you're feeling that stretch going even up your neck. Three more breaths here. And after that last breath, walk back to the front. And then push yourself up into a little cobra, opening up your heart, and then all the way back to a child's pose. Rounding your back, you might want to roll your third eye area on the mat. Your arms can be outstretched, or you might want to wrap them around your legs, grabbing your feet. You may want to put them to your back, palms together in prayer, or just place them at your lower back. Whatever feels good for you in your arms. About 5 more breaths here. You may want to change the position of your arms to get a better, different sensation in your shoulders. Or just stay right where you are. Two more breaths. And after that last breath, bring yourself up to tabletop. And add a little movement to the spine with some cat-cows. Lowering your chin, rounding your back. Raising your chin on an inhale, arching your back, bringing your hips up. Going through whatever movement feels good here to move your spine. Through a number of rounds of this before we head down into our backs with Yoga Nidra. Do whatever feels like you need right now. Three more rounds of whatever you're doing. And when you're finished with those rounds of movement of your spine, back onto your heels. That's comfortable for you, or sit in whatever position you want to. Just take some deep breaths and feel the effects of that practice. Notice how you're feeling in your body after the practice. Notice what your thoughts are doing, what your emotions are doing. Try to have clarity about your thoughts and perceptions. Try to focus on yourself, your mind, your body. Take a few breaths here. Take a couple more breaths if you like. Or if you want to head right down onto your back, you can do that now. We'll get ready for Yoga Nidra. We're moving really slowly when you're ready to do so. Turn off your music if you're using it. In a position that feels very restful, very comfortable. You're lying down. Notice all the spots that your body is meeting the floor. Just where your heels are hitting the floor, or the mat, where your calves hit. Notice the space that's not touching the floor. Maybe under your knees or under your ankles. Notice your hips on the floor, your back, arms, shoulders. Make some little movements in all of the different areas of your body so that you can get to just the right position where everything feels comfortable. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, you can do that. If you have a little towel or eye pillow, put them over your eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, you can just keep a soft gaze. Then begin to listen. Begin to listen to sounds that are outside of your room or your building, or as far away as you can possibly hear them. Maybe there's sounds of the people in the street or cars or plane. Just notice the sound, move on to the next sound. And then start to bring the awareness a little bit closer to you. So maybe sounds in your room. You may have a fan or an air conditioner. There might be footsteps around your room, maybe above you if you're in an apartment or a house. Just notice sounds in the room and building where you are. And then bringing your awareness more internal. Notice any sounds or sensations that you're feeling or hearing within your own body. Just notice them. Be aware of sensations, be aware of sounds. Gurgling of your stomach, maybe a little tension in one place or the other. Be aware of it and move on to the next sound or sensation. Now bring to mind a sankalpa or an intention for your practice, for your life. Some intention or resolve that you have that you want to be true in your life. Form that into a short positive statement. Maybe I am clear about my intentions. It could be I have clarity about my life. Whatever you are working with, say it in your mind 3 times. I'm going to go through the body rotation. So I'll be naming a body part. Just travel through the body parts, taking the attention to that part, and then noticing if there's any sensations there. Just noticing them, don't give them a lot of thought, and we'll move quickly on to the next body part. Just taking the awareness to the right side of the body. Be aware of the right thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the right hand, top of the right hand, wrist, forearm, upper arm, top of the shoulder, right underarm, right side of the chest, waist, hip pointer, outside of the right hip, front of the thigh, back of the thigh, back of the kneecap, shin, calf, right ankle, heel, instep, ball of the foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toe. Staying awake with the practice, take the awareness to the left side of the body. Be aware of the left thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the forearm, elbow, upper arm, top of the left shoulder, underarm, left side of the chest, waist, hip pointer, outside of the left hip, front of the thigh, back of the thigh, back of the knee, left kneecap, shin, calf, ankle, heel, instep, ball of the left foot, big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toe. Taking the awareness to the top of the head. Be aware of the forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, third eye area, bridge of the nose, right cheekbone, left cheekbone, right ear, left ear. Staying with the practice, be aware of the tip of the nose, the upper lip, lower lip, right side of the jaw, left side of the jaw, chin. Be aware of the space beneath the chin. right collarbone, left collarbone, hollow between the collarbones, right breast, left breast, the heart center. Be aware of the upper abdomen, the navel center, the lower abdomen, going to the back of the body. Be aware of the lower back, the middle back, upper back, right scapula, left scapula. Be aware of the entire right leg. Entire right leg from the hip to the tips of the toes. Be aware of the entire left leg. Left leg from the hips to the tips of the toes. Be aware of the entire right arm. The entire left arm. Be aware of the arms and torso and head all together. Be aware of the entire body. Bring the awareness to the entire body. The entire body. Now take the awareness to the breath. Just notice the normal inhale and exhale of the breath. Notice the breath going in the nostrils, down the back of the throat, and into the lungs. And then notice the exhale, taking the breath out of the lungs and out through the nostrils. Noticing this breath, begin counting backwards from 30. Inhale 30, exhale 30. Going at your own pace, inhale 29, exhale 29, inhale 28, exhale 28. Continue in this manner, feeling the breath and counting backwards, being aware of the breath. Stay awake, stay with the practice and the awareness of the breath. Stay with the awareness of the breath. Stay awake, stay with the practice of awareness of the breath. If you lose track of the counting, just start back at 30. No need to get to any specific number. No problem if you start over again and again and again. Continue with the breath awareness. Now letting go of the awareness of the breath and the counting backwards, return to the normal flow of the breath. Let go of the counting. Just notice the normal inhale and exhale. Now bring the awareness to the mind space. That space of visualization and imagination behind the closed eyes. Be aware of what you see in that mind space. Be aware if it's darkness. Notice if you see any patterns in the darkness. Notice if you see any colors or images. Just notice what you see in that mind space. Now take the awareness to the bottom of the sacrum, to the base chakra, the root chakra. Root chakra is associated with the color red. Visualize full open red rose. A full red rose. Be aware of a sensation of groundedness and balance in your life. Then take the awareness to the lower abdomen, to the sacral chakra. Color associated with this chakra is orange. So visualize an orange marigold. A large orange marigold. And be aware of a sensation of passion and enjoyment of life. Then take the awareness to the navel area. Just above the navel area, to the solar plexus. Be aware of the feeling of personal power and strength. Visualize a yellow sunflower. A yellow sunflower. Now take the awareness to the heart center. Notice the green color emanating from that heart center. Visualize a rich green forest. Be aware of a feeling of compassion for the universe, feeling of love and connectedness. And take the awareness to the throat area, to the next chakra. Be aware of the feeling of being able to speak your truth, being able to communicate with others, to listen to others. Visualize a deep blue hydrangea. Deep blue hydrangea. And the feeling of being able to communicate, speak your truth, and hear others. Then take the awareness to the third eye area. Area just above the center between the eyebrows. Notice an indigo light there, deep blue purple. Have a vision of a deep blue purple petunia and have the sensation of clarity. Clarity of yourself and others. The sensation of intuition and good, strong perception. Now leaving that area of the third eye, leaving the area of the mind space, return the awareness to the intention or resolve you set at the beginning of the practice. Just as you did at the beginning of the practice, repeat that intention to yourself 3 times, knowing that it will come true. Now become aware again of your breath. Begin to deepen the breath. Begin to listen to sounds around you. Become aware again of your space, the walls around you, the ceiling, the floor. Become aware of your body in that space. Taking in your breath, maybe start making some little movements to awaken your body. First in your hands and your feet, and maybe moving your arms and legs a little bit, real slowly. In your own time, turn yourself onto your side and rest there for a few breaths. Whatever you need to wake your body. Eventually, you'll come to a seated position again. Very slowly, and if your eyes have been closed, try to keep them closed just for a short time longer. You may want to take that Jnana Mudra again with the tips of your index finger and thumb together. Hands resting on your legs. Calling in that energy of clarity, perception. Notice what effect the practice had on you. Notice any thoughts that you have from the practice. Maybe even bringing to mind your intention again. If you had an intention or a sankalpa that you repeated, bringing that to mind again. Take some cleansing breaths here. Feeling the breath coming in to your body and exhaling it out. Getting ready for the rest of the evening. Bringing the hands together in prayer at heart center or with your palms on your heart, whatever you prefer. Bowing your head to sealing your yoga practice. Thank you for being here. Thank yourself for giving yourself this time. Namaste. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
Good to see you here.
Good to be here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good night, you both. Good night.
See ya.